C.Lindelof videos, memorize the unit circle. Today I really want to talk about memorizing cosine and sine values. And one thing it's really important to remember is that when you're on the unit circle, the cosine and sine values are the corresponding x and y values. So here's where I start. I always start in the first quadrant, because if you can get the first quadrant right, you can get the rest of it really, really easily. So this is what I kind of want you to do. Think of it this way. We're going to get these two values here, aren't we? For all of them, the denominator will be 2. So just start with that. So I have here something over 2, comma, something over 2. For here, I have something over 2, comma, something over 2. All right? From here, it gets really, really easy. All I want you to do is start with cosine. Start up here at cosine. And then I just want you to count 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 again. So look, 1, 2, 3, and then look, 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then take the square root of all those things. Square root of 1, square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 1, square root of 2, square root of 3. Your professors may or may not like this square root of 1 bit, because the square root of 1 is just 1, and that's fine, but it's not, nonetheless, it is true. So this is a really easy way to remember this, isn't it? So all denominators are 2, so put everything over 2, and then start with cosine at pi thirds and count 1, 2, 3, and then over to sine, 1, 2, 3. Take the square root of all of that stuff. If you get this, then all the other stuff is free, because we know that quadrant 2 is the opposite same quadrant, the negative positive quadrant. So we know that cosine will be opposite, so I'm going to go straight across from here, and this distance from here to here is the same as the distance from here to here. This happens to be positive and this is negative, so we have negative 1/2, comma, square root 3 over 2. We know that the sine values are the same because their heights are the same. And we do the same thing here. So if you have this, the rest of this is easy. Just fill in the blanks. Negative square root 2 over 2, comma, square root 2 over 2. Going to go from here. And this, I hope you can see what I'm doing here, because this is all I'm doing here. Is I'm using this as my guide. I'm going straight across from here, and I'm like, you know what? Straight across from here is this. The cosine value is opposite, so this cosine value is square root 3 over 2. So I have opposite square root 3 over 2. The height from, the height, I'm looking at the height here, and the height from the x-axis to here is the same here as it is here, supposedly. Not by my drawing, but it's supposed to be. So 1/2. Hopefully you can see how that's going to work, because now I can start filling in from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow my little diagram here. I'm going to go straight down here. The distance, the height distance from here to here should be the height distance from here to here. I apologize for my bad artwork, but you can see that there's no move left or right, so the x value stays the same. So we have square root 3 over 2, and the height of this one is positive 1/2, so the height of this one is negative 1/2. And we can just keep filling this in from here. Cosine here is square root 2 over 2, because we went straight down from here, straight down from this one to this one. We didn't move left or right, but we did. This has a height of square root 2 over 2. This has the opposite height, so it's negative square root 2 over 2. Right? And we can just continue to fill that in. It's square root 3 over 2, comma, negative 1 over 2. Hopefully, I'm not going to walk you through the whole thing because I don't want to bore you to death, but you can see that you can just keep filling these values in. Don't forget these values, because they're the easy ones. Cosine is 1, height is 0 here. Cosine is 0, the height is 1 here. Cosine is negative 1, 0, and please don't forget these. And this is 0, negative 1, isn't it? So I hope this is helpful to you guys. I think that it's one of those things a lot of professors want you to have these values memorized. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I hope the video is helpful.